Summertime is in full swing. You go outside, it's 90 degrees. You sit in your room, it's also 90 degrees, especially if you're in an attic room like me. And I'm wearing a fucking long sleeve shirt right now, and I got my AC unit off to make this video. So, I'm gonna be sweating while making this. But, with that being said, since it's summertime, at least for me, I like to watch animes that fit the season. When it's wintertime, I'm watching Christmas animes or snowier animes. But in the summertime, I want to watch that warm, that outside feeling, so I can pretend that I'm also outside and not in my room making YouTube videos for 10 people to watch, half of whom are me rewatching it. With that being said, yesterday, or 2 nights ago, actually, I was going to make the video today, or yesterday, but it was 4th of July and I wasn't home for once, so I didn't have time to make it. But 2 days ago, I watched this anime called Fireworks. What's kind of funny about that also, a couple videos ago, I made a video on Summer Ghost, which is also a summer anime that has something to do with fireworks. So if you haven't watched that video, go check that one out before you watch this one, if you want, or just don't watch it at all. I don't care. Fireworks is a 2017 anime movie that honestly gets really, really hated on. If you look at my anime list or any other forum, any other reviews, a lot of the times it's gonna be getting hated on. And in my opinion, I do think some of the hate is warranted, which we'll talk about in a minute, but I also think it's very overhated. But before we get into the plot or any of the good stuff, let's talk about one thing that's pretty bad about it. This anime is very forgettable, especially the characters. Like, I'm not even kidding. Hand on the Bible, like this is not even theatrics. I genuinely forgot practically every character's name right after watching it. I seriously, not kidding you when I say this, no bullshit. When I finished it, I had to go back on my anime list and look at the characters to remember their names. Instantly after watching it, I forgot their names. And even right now, before making this video, I had to go back on there and look at their names to fully get their names in my memory. But yeah, and while that isn't necessarily a bad thing, it just means that the characters are forgettable, which means that's a bad thing. I mean, it has no lasting impact on me. The characters don't impact you really. And when an anime, especially one like this, which is like a slice of life romance drama, when the characters don't leave a lasting impact on you, it can say a lot about the story, and especially the characters themselves. It means they aren't that good. In here, there's 3 main characters. There's Nazuna, there's Norimichi, and the guy who kind of plays the villain of it, Yusuke. And all of them, aside from maybe Nazuna, is very ass. I'm not even kidding, I actually have it open right here so I can see their names. Starting it off with Yusuke. Yusuke plays the antagonistic role in this movie. Well, him and Nazuna's parents. But what he does is he's basically kind of like the love triangle, right? He makes the love triangle play out. And what he is he's basically just an L-man. So he's like the worst friend ever. And now that I'm thinking about it, he actually does play his role kind of well. Very forgettable. Actually, though, his name, Azumi, that's like Yusuke Azumi. Azumi was one of the only names I remembered when I finished this show, or finished this anime, so I guess that does speak volumes for him. He wasn't horrible. He wasn't horrible in his role, but very, very bland. All he is just a bad friend. That's legit it. And Norimichi is the main boy, obviously. And, he's as bland as a fucking unseasoned potato. He's nothing. He just is nothing. He's just head over heels for this girl whom he just started talking to today. And that's it. He legit is willing to sacrifice his entire life to be with her. And you'll see what I mean when we talk about the plot, but that's all that he is. That is all that he serves purpose for. There's no backstory, there's no nothing on him. And with Nazuna is of course the main girl of this show, and she's by far the best character. She's the only one that has a fleshed out backstory, a fleshed out story in general. So yeah, she's good actually, surprisingly. If I had to give her a character standalone for her, I would low-key have to give her like a solid 8 or 9 just for herself. Not the stuff surrounding her though, which we'll talk about in a minute, but she was actually a good character. The only one who was actually really good, though, I'd say. However, before we get any further, let's talk about the story, because that's needed to get any deeper into this video. This anime follows this girl named Nazuna, whose mother is basically the definition of a shitty mom. We all know the ones, the mothers, the women who choose men over their own children, and that's who this lady is. She just likes dick. That's all she wants is dick. Constantly getting married, divorcing, married, divorcing, married. That's all that she does. And recently, she started dating this new guy, of course, and if you can see how this is going to go, well, she's getting married again. And Nazuna doesn't want this. Not because she's, I guess, against the marriage or anything, but they have to move again. And Nazuna does not want to move again. So, she wants to run away. But not run away, because run away sounds childish to her. She wants to commit this thing called kakeochi, which is, in Japanese, basically means run away with a partner. Run away and get married with someone. That's all that it is. So you can already see the first problem with her plan. How can you commit kakeochi if you don't have any friends, or a boyfriend for that matter? Well, you pick the winner of a swim contest. I'm not even kidding. 2 boys raced, and she picked the winner to commit kakeochi with. If you didn't see this coming, Norimichi did not win the race. It was actually Yusuke. And Yusuke stood her up, so she didn't get to commit kakeochi with him. But before we get any further, I want to talk about another shitty plot point that took place right there. Later on in the anime, it's revealed that Nazuna wanted Norimichi to win this race, not Yusuke. At least in this timeline, which we'll talk about in a minute. And, what? What the fuck do you mean you wanted Norimichi to win so you can do kakeochi with him? Instead of Yusuke? For one, they've never talked to each other before, at fucking ever. Besides maybe like a random interaction years ago. But, why would you not just ask him out? Why would you do this elaborate fuck-ass thing where Norimichi might lose and then ask the winner? So stupid. But, anyway, after Yusuke stood up Norimichi, and her parents then catch her trying to run away still, she drops this marble. This marble is basically a time manipulation thing that can reverse time or make wishes come true, I think. I think it grants wishes. So Norimichi picks it up, not knowing what it is, of course, and says, if only it was me that won this race, Nazuna could have been free. And he throws the marble or the firework, wherever the hell it is, and boom! They transport back to teleport, or whatever the hell it is, back to where the race took place, and Norimichi this time wins. With that, you can already see how this plot or the story is going to go. Basically, Norimichi and Nazuna commit kakeochi, but each time they try to run away, her parents catch her, or Yusuke causes a problem, and Norimichi throws the marble or the firework thingy, and makes a wish, goes back in time, fixes it, until eventually they do commit kakeochi. So with that, it's not really a bad story, as you can see, but it's not that great. For one, there's a lot of inconsistencies and plot holes. It's not until like the very end you kind of understand what that marble does, and it kind of like destroys reality too, but that's not really explained at all until legit like the last 5 minutes. It's not really explained that well either. It's just like, oh wow, that firework, it looks strange. This timeline must be all whack. And her wanting it to be Norimichi, but then picking Yusuke and doing this elaborate thing is possibly the most stupid thing I've seen in anime in a while. But it wasn't a bad story. Too bad, at least. The main bad stuff comes from the characters being shitty. And that aside, the animation... the animation in most scenes isn't bad. It's animated by, I believe, Studio Shaft, and it looks good in most scenes. However, the CGI they use is so unbelievably shit. In my last video, I talked about Lord of the Mysteries, and assuming you haven't watched it, which you should go do, because it's the only video I actually, truly edited and made a script for, which I'm never doing again, by the way, because I'm already a fast talker, and I guess when the thoughts are already on paper, and I have to read them, I'm just talking way too fast. That video took me way too long to record, because I had to constantly just, think, okay, talk slow. But, anyway, Lord of the Mysteries uses, the best CGI I've ever seen in anime. The way it can blend CGI with hand-drawn images or frames is so beautiful. It just is straight eye candy. But in this anime, oh, it's not like that. It looks like you took an amateur designer from middle school, 6th grader, let's just say, gave him Blender and told him, yo, go make me an anime scene. That's what it looks like. The CGI is utter dog shit. Like, seriously, the way they blend CGI with the 2D images is horrible. Some of the worst I've ever seen. But I'm not a person who looks at that like it's that big of a deal per se, especially because it's not throughout the whole show. Well, it is throughout the whole show. I mean, like every 10 minutes or so, they'll throw in a random CGI shitty scene, but it's not often enough for me to be like, damn, this show sucks. With that being said, if I had to like actually look at it from a perspective of like rating it or something like that, the characters for the most part are pretty shit. Besides Nazuna was really good. Characters developed. Besides that one thing where she wants Yusuke to lose and Norimichi to win, dumbest thing ever. Norimichi's also pretty stupid, just bland as hell. Yusuke, I low-key was hating on him, but he kind of grew on me now that I'm thinking about it. He served his purpose, I guess. And the plot is a good idea. It's not executed the greatest, though. It's executed pretty wonky. It's very all over the place, which is not good, especially for an anime that's only like an hour and a half long. For animes that are legit over here, down here, oh, way over there, they need to be longer so you can tie all the ideas together. With it being just a movie, the ideas are kind of just randomly wrapped up or just abruptly wrapped up at the end, which can make the viewing very weird. But it wasn't bad. It's a decent idea of a plot, and it does conclude it just very quickly, very abruptly. And the animation, yeah, sucks kind of. Besides when they're drawn, but yeah, whatever. If I had to rate this show, I'd give it a 6. That's the highest I can give it. If you look on my anime list or any of the reviews, you see people saying it's so shit. I don't think it was that shit. I think it was a good watch at the time. Like, just a quick little watch. Like, you're sitting down like I am. It's 3 in the morning. You ain't got shit to do. Watch it. It's fine. If I had to give a rating of it while viewing it, a 7, maybe. I'd give it maybe a 7. But after you finish it, think about it, it's like a 6 at best. In my opinion, to give something lower than a 6, though, like anything lower than a 5, I mean. You have like the 3s, the 4s, the 2s. A show has to be really bad for me to give it one of those. Like, it has to have not a good idea of a plot, like, at all. Or it has to be executed so horribly. Like, I mean, it doesn't even end. It's just shit all the way throughout. So, with that, this anime was not shit all the way throughout. The plot was okay. So, I'd give it a 6. With that, I am burning up right now. I low-key just abruptly ended this video like fireworks did, I guess. But with that, I'm going to end this video off. I'm hot as hell, and I just want to edit this video. Or the edits, I guess I sort of do. So, alright, I'll see y'all in the next one. Actually, no, I won't. Make sure to like and subscribe. Then I'll see y'all in the next one.